guys, and welcome back. Welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies. Do I look a little stressed? A little stressed? That's because I am a little stressed. I not only am dealing with the fact that we got Kathleen Kennedy and her rock. No, literally, she put a rock as a character in Star Wars. It wasn't her specifically, but I mean, my god, it's a rock. Not only am I dealing with that, but more importantly to this video, the thing that you guys all came to actually see, I am actually a seahorse keeper now. I have seahorses. And I could comb my hair, but I thought it would be better to show you what these guys have done to me. Hello guys, welcome back to Dylan's Little Hobbies. And in today's video, about how their first week has gone. And this is only day 2. I'm filming this the day after I first just got my seahorses. And yeah, it's a special occasion. I'm wearing my Kina DIY shirt because I absolutely love fish keeping. Alright, so let's absolutely start with the seahorses, shall we? So I didn't film any of it because I was just so focused on the seahorses. But I got Xenia, I got some snails, and I wasn't going to get my seahorses till the tank was 6 months old. The tank is actually, at the time of filming of this video, it's March 10th, and the tank is 4 months old. I started back in December. The only reason why I decided to get them is because I was talking to some friends and some family members talked me into finally just getting the seahorses. They are the reason why I made this tank in the first place. Might as well just go ahead and buy the fish. Yes, buy the fish. Oh boy, that's right, I bought the seahorses. I am a seahorse keeper now. I'm a seahorse keeper now! That's nuts to me. Okay, so let's talk about day 1. So they showed up around, I think it was 1 o'clock. They showed up around 1 o'clock, noon, 1 o'clock. I got them, and I didn't drip acclimate them. I did what the directions say. The directions actually say not to drip acclimate, but to actually just temperature acclimate. And then I actually opened up the bag. I poured in some prime into a bag, and I got 2 seahorses. One of them just didn't want to do anything, didn't want to move. Might have just been a little extra stress from the bag. And then the other one was completely crazy, almost jumped out of the bag. He just wanted out of the bag. I actually poured in my water into their bag. Over the course of about 30 minutes, I poured in about 6 cups, doing about a 1/4 of a cup every 5-10 minutes or so, until I'm pretty sure I did about 6 cups of water. And then I actually picked them up and put them in the tank. I've never touched a seahorse before. I've touched fish before. They kind of feel like slimy. Seahorses don't. Seahorses feel like lizard skin. And I know what lizard skin feels like because, well, that's a whole different story. But yeah, they feel like scaly, skinny. It's really weird. But yeah, I picked them up and put them in the tank. And at first, I'm not even kidding, I turned off the light. Of course, I drip acclimated my Xenia coral and my snails and got them in the tank as well. But I kept the lights off for about an hour or so. And to be honest with you, these guys, they looked dead. They looked dead. They looked terrifyingly dead. Luckily, they were breathing, and their eyes were indeed moving. But they definitely looked like they were dead. They were not happy at all. They were curled up on one another and just not having the best of their days. I of course have bangeye fish, so I had to feed the tank anyway. So I had to feed the bangeye fish anyway, so I stuck some food in there. And my male, and I only think he's a male because he has a bigger crown. I can't really tell if he's a male right now or not. But my male, assuming he's a male, he actually did snitch the food. He actually did ate right in front of me the food. I was actually so amazed that he finally ate some food. And that was, of course, within the first, 2 hours of being in the tank, right? Now, as for my other one, I'm thinking it's a female. She has a smaller crown, so I'm thinking it's a female. She did not want to eat at all. She did not want to eat. She kind of just sat there, and he even got up and started exploring the tank. She just sat there curled up, looking half dead. She had her head on a rock. She only moved to reposition her head to be more comfortable, I guess. I don't know. It was really weird the first day. I was so frightened about it. And that's obviously why I'm so stressed out. Yeah, it's really weird. She wasn't in the back corner. She just stuck in the front corner of the tank where I first set her in the beginning. And she just sat there. She just sat there for the entire first day. And now, it's the second day. I got him, of course, March 9th, and it is now March 10th as of filming this part of the video. Day 2, she actually has moved around a couple times. She's moved from the back to the front, circling, basically, the left side of the tank. She's really not moving very much at all, though. She still hasn't eaten anything, though I've seen her go after the food. So I'm thinking that in a couple of days, she might just eat for me. And, I've also walked away from the tank, so maybe, I do not know, just maybe, she has eaten without me looking at her. I mean, hey, maybe she just doesn't like me staring at her to watch her eat. Maybe she has eaten. I hope she has. I'm assuming that she has. I seriously have not seen her eat myself, though. As for my male, he's loving the macroalgae in that tank. But so far, that is day 2. That's day 2. I shall, of course, do another little updates tomorrow and the next day, and hopefully I can get together a full week's update of videos in one video for you guys. Alright, so stay tuned. I'm gonna cut now. Let's update you guys on the seahorse tank just a little bit here. So they're much more active at night. They really do like swimming around. Again, it's still kind of the first week. I think I got them Monday or Tuesday, and it is indeed Sunday. They are very shy, but they're coming around. Every day, I see them more and more active. Mostly at night, mostly after the bright lights. My tank is white during the day, and during the night it mimicking the night light, moonlight, and that's when I of course see him more active. During the morning, they don't really want to do anything. They just want to sleep because the lights just got turned on. They just want to sleep. During the middle of the day is when I usually feed them. I feed them around 10, 11 o'clock. And they actually have been eating for me very well. And I really want to train them to eat out of the cup that I have placed in there. So that way, after they eat, I can just simply remove the uneaten food instead of leaving all of this uneaten food into the tank to rot and cause an algae issue, which we'll talk about the algae issue in a second. And the first step is for them not being afraid of me, not being afraid of the baster. And for the first few days, they wouldn't eat for me while I was sitting there. I would have to throw some food at them and walk away for the female to eat. Now, around day 4, she started coming around, and they're starting to learn that the baster means food. And the Bengai are always excited when I put the baster in there because they know that's when the food is coming. I can at least bring the baster to them and poke a couple of pieces of food at them, and they will take it. They have started eating from the baster. Now they don't come to the baster. Now that's the next thing. So my number 1 step was getting them used to eating from me, with me standing there so I could see them eat. My second step is the baster, which I'm on to step 2. And my third step is to get them excited and to want to come over to the baster instead of just me going to them. That's going to take a little more time. And then after that, I can start leading them to the cup. But now I just go directly to their nest. They pretty much just made themselves a little nest in the macroalgae where the flow is in the middle. Again, I have high tank on the right, I have low flow on the left. In the middle, it's about mid flow, and that's where their little nest is too. So they really like that spot. And of course I see them go all over the tank, but mostly at night. During the day, they just stay in what I consider their little nest, and whatever food gets left over, I don't take it out or anything because I do have other fish that eat it, but there is quite a bit of uneaten food that gets tossed around in the tank right now, and that is causing me some unfortunate algae issues. I have some algae issues all over my macroalgae, mostly because that's where the food is kind of dropping. And I have mostly macroalgae on the back of the glass. I do every now and again, of course, clean off the back of the glass, clean off the front of the glass. I've been doing that like every other day because it's just been growing back and back and back. So what I'm going to actually do is buy some Kimmy Pure Blue, and hopefully that will eliminate it. And hopefully when I can get these guys to really start eating from the baster, and I don't have to just leave food in the tank for them, then I can hopefully, cut down on the waste that's in the tank, causing, of course, that algae to grow. I do have some snails. I have 3 snails and 3 meat ear snails. So 3 snails to eat the leftover food, and then the other 3 snails to eat some of the algae. I should have probably got more snails. I didn't because I didn't want to add too much of a bio load to this tank. I'm thinking I probably should go get more snails. But for now, I'm going to toss in some Kimmy Pure Blue and see how that goes. Let the tank naturally age. I will, of course, continuously remove the algae out of the tank every other day for a little bit, and hopefully I can get this algae thing under control within a couple weeks. But for right now, I'm really happy with the seahorses. I don't want to freak them out. I don't want to change anything about the environment too much. I don't even want to do that big of a water change because I don't want to change the chemistry of this tank for them. They're doing very well. My coral is doing very well. My xena coral is liking the nutrients too. My skimmer is working very well, and I clean out the skimmer every day. All I do is pour it out. When I'm sitting there feeding the fish, the skimmer's right there. I just pour out the cup and go on with the rest of my day. It's not really a big deal, but I could leave my skimmer in there for like 3-4 days before I have to pour it out. I don't. I just pour it out every day because it's dirt. It doesn't smell good. It's obviously fish poo, so I just clean it out. Other than that, that is pretty much the update for now. I'll see if I do another one of these at the end of this video, but that will be it. Okay, I'm recording this on Tuesday the 16th March. Yep. I've had the seahorses for a week now. And just to end their first week here in my tank, the male even turned green yellow. Like, I literally watched this guy go from purple to green to yellow, and he literally sat there yellow, let me see him for a couple of minutes, and then back to green and then purple, because obviously the rock is purple, so that's how he hides. Really cool. I wish I had the camera on him when he did that. Really cool. And again, these guys are just a lot more active at night, especially when I feed them at night, and they really just seem to be enjoying the tank. Now, they're still babies, they're still about 3 inches, so it'll take a little bit of time for them to grow, but they'll get to be about 6-7 inches, so I'm really excited to have these guys, obviously. And yeah, in my next video, I'm probably going to start tackling the algae issue that's occurring because of the amount of food that I'm feeding and the amount of food that is uneaten and being wasted and, breaking down into bad nutrients. However, the zinnia is definitely exploding. Another very interesting thing that I saw is that, so the salinity of my tank was a little off, right? And I saw out of nowhere my pulse and zinnia, if it had a negative reaction, it would shrink. But it just decided when the idle top off activated and refilled the tank, bringing the salinity back down, it just decided to explode in growth. It stretched out all of its polyps and started pulsing faster than ever. It was so cool to see, and it now has been like that every single day. So I've been really happy with the coral as well. And that is about it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching, and I am out. Bye.